I don't know if it feels like it's been a whole another year yet.
No.
Since our 1-year anniversary of this show.
It doesn't feel like we've been doing this for 2 full years.
Surprise, guys. If you keep track, this Thursday, August 3rd, is...
Yeah, technically, it's not today.
Technically, but we're counting this as the 2-year anniversary of Coffee with Rachel. That's a milestone I still didn't expect.
I didn't expect like a 2-month one, to be perfectly honest. Honestly,
I didn't expect anything, so I'm pleasantly surprised by all of it. It can never disappoint me.
That's the key to life. Have zero expectations. I say this all the time. Because then nothing can let you down.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
That's really the way it is. But like, honestly, when we started this podcast, it was just kind of like I was bored with fucking YouTube. Let's be honest. I was fucking bored with YouTube. I wanted to do something new, but I still wanted to do something where I got to talk about my feelings. And YouTube started becoming a place where I felt like, and this isn't across the board, but this is like just how I was feeling personally. So I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't really like share things anymore. Because like, you have to worry about your brand and your image and all these things and what's going to get clicked on so you actually make money and like all this bullshit. And like,
we just have a lot of interests that you tried to get across in my videos, and then like I did try a fucking channel for like a hot minute because I wanted to talk about different things too.
At least yours was more focused than mine was. Mine was never a fucking focus. You were like, ooh, I'm going to do tech stuff. Mine was like
I already knew that I like wanted it to be like Chris considers, so that's like vague as fuck. I could consider whatever I wanted, you know.
That's basically what this podcast ended up being, but I'm here too.
Essentially.
But this is Coffee with Rachel. I'm Rachel.
I'm Chris.
And we've been doing this for 2 years, and in the past 2 years, we have grown so much, and
we have curated a beautiful binge show family. That's you guys.
And I'm not just talking about the patrons, which obviously, like, once again, as we always do every week, but especially today, like, shout out to the patrons, people that have
past
signed
and
up.
Present, you know.
Like remembering the past binges. Yeah.
Rip.
Blevo, okay?
Oh my god, the Blevmeister.
But, you know, without you guys, especially, this show would have probably been something that we would have had to stop a while ago. So but that's important to say.
If it's not clear, when we say binge show or binge, that's like literally anybody who listens to the show ever, not just the
Patreon binges.
Yeah, they're just like binge-arinos.
Yeah, that's true. Boppos. But we need to fuck off, honestly.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Honestly, the branding of this show has been very interesting because now, you know, like every internet personality has like a name for their like community. Fans. Like, we are Coffee with Rachel and we have binches or boppos or whatever the hell we say this week.
God, I know.
We are so weird.
Like, I never really had one on my YouTube channel. I think I definitely tried, but it never happened, you know?
Minions.
Oh my god, it's so funny that like in the olden days of YouTube, like saying the word minion, that meant not yellow bugs. Like, it meant like, oh, those are the people that like really stan you, and then they like when somebody drags your channel, you know, they'll
that was
come
definitely
in hot.
The rant era times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now minions has a whole other meaning. And when I see people say the word minion and they are referring to people's fans, I'm just like, girl, it's a bug. It's a little pill.
It's a little Tic Tac, you know?
Anyway, so what are we drinking right now, first of all? How many bags of coffee do you think we have tried on the show? We probably could have done some statistics, but let's be honest, we were strapped for time.
So this is episode 178. I'm going to say we've tried 100 different coffees.
That's fucked
Which is crazy, which again would not have happened without you lovely binjos
that sent things to the P.O. box.
We've tried literally coffees from all over the world,
and we're still open to try more.
Yeah, we've got a P.O. box.
Send us more. But so this one in particular today.
I'm gonna apologize in advance because there have been some things that got shuffled in the move, and I'm not sure who sent this.
Damn it! Yeah, honestly, we had like a whole closet that was devoted to everything that we've got in the P.O. box, but everything is a mess right now.
Yeah, but this is from Daring Coffee Roasters Daredevil Blend.
Okay,
and it says this trio of spice, chocolate, and fruit harmonizes into a deeply flavorful cup.
Listen, when there's notes in coffee and it's not meant to be like a flavored coffee, it's very rare that I get to like. I'm not nuanced enough.
I tend to notice that we enjoy coffees that say they have notes of chocolate.
Yeah.
Because that's what the hometown blend from Whole Foods is, and that's same with this one.
And I technically like a bitter chocolate more. Not that the coffee is bitter, but like coffee in general is not like a sweet thing unless you add stuff to it. But like I'm a semi-sweet kind of chocolate person.
It's so wild that like coffee, I mean, being in like literally next door to Hershey, Pennsylvania, I was a milk chocolate binge my entire fucking life. But now I enjoy like dark chocolate is my favorite now.
If you have to choose a Hershey's chocolate too, their dark chocolate is the only thing worth putting in your mouth, and that's not even that great.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember right now, is York Mint Patties Hershey?
I feel like they might be. I think when we went to Hershey World, I bought like a big ass bag.
It is.
Okay, so I lied. That whisper of a peppermint patty. I've probably talked about this on YouTube at least, but I know like when you fucking break a York peppermint patty in half and it hisses at you like a goddamn Horcrux. I
scream
and wet. Like honestly, peppermint patty, bitch. Oh, I wish I could veganize that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's definitely recipes somewhere around the world, but it's just not going to have the whisper.
I literally saw a raw vegan recipe and I was like, there's no whisper here.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way that this is going to work.
Shout out if you guys know the whisper that we are referring to.
And go grab one. Honestly, all right, so have you been seeing the pickle lady on Twitter lately?
Yeah.
So there's one ASMR woman who's just eating like a jar of Clausens, which like fucking is me. You. Like, and it's Tuesday sensual. Afternoon. Like, I hear that crunch and I'm like, God damn it, I need a goddamn pickle. But I would love one where it's just somebody breaking a York peppermint patty in half on repeat for an hour. Like, I would be into that. That would honestly get me so aroused.
But it gets faster and faster each time it breaks.
Yeah. The whole thing is a whisper.
So for a coffee fact, I guess it's a fact, but it's also one of the things we had on our list of things to talk about that really upset me. And it was from June. And there was like it was like Philly.com or like Philly Magazine or something like that did a quiz or a poll to see Sheetz versus Wawa, which is better.
They do this every year.
And Sheetz won.
Rip my insides.
It is absolutely horrifying that trash won any sort of poll.
We have such strong feelings.
So the options were Wawa Sheetz or I don't have a preference. And
who doesn't have you have a preference? If you live in Pennsylvania, you have a preference. And it's deep and it's passionate.
And so 45% said Sheetz, 35% said Wawa, and then 20% said they didn't prefer.
That 20%, they're like, ooh, I'm too bougie for convenience stores.
So out of that, like there was like deeper demographics into this, and men 54% preferred Sheetz.
Oh my god!
Where
I hate
women
men.
Only 37% preferred Sheetz.
See, it's just you can't make up science. Okay?
But you know, every age group all picked like Sheetz as the...
Really? Even young people? I thought they would have no better than that.
Now, seeing this story led me, like, there was a link within it, led me to another story.
I love a link within.
Yeah. That led me to a story about the cult of Wawa from Mashable.
Okay.
And it was, I don't know when this is from. It doesn't have a
fucking old
date. But it's just talking about how fans of Wawa are literally a cult. And
it's kind of true.
It's legit true. Like
I've never felt this passionate about a gas station before.
They tell the story of how some guy wrote a country song for Wawa. How somebody goes there every day, even if they don't need anything, just because they want to go.
It's fucking true. It's like an event.
Like, I would love to go there.
You live in the tri-state area and you're bored, you go to Wawa.
Like, I don't know how to fucking explain it. I would go there with no purpose. Like, I would just go.
Yeah. It calls me. It's that swan.
Although, if I step in there, I'm at least walking out with a fucking coffee.
I'm walking out with a coffee, possibly a stale soft pretzel.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like when you go in there and it's like 12:30 at night and you're like, I want the family size mac and cheese, a cup of coffee with a little bit of like vanilla or hazelnut creamer. God, like we used to be like the least vegan.
Yeah,
and like
absolutely.
A fucking hoagie. Oh, it's been hoagie fest though, and I would fucking eat that I would take a lactate for her. Ooh, I'd take a bullet for a hoagie, to be perfectly honest.
I did not know, though there was a little bit of history in this as well, that Wawa started off as like a milk company.
Okay. Problematic fave.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
You know, we all have a past.
Changed.
Yeah. But like, how did they go from cows to swans? Because it is a swan in the fucking logo.
It is a swan. I don't know what it was. Squeezy was trying to voice his opinion. He was screaming in the corner. Do you think
Squeezy picks Wawa or Sheets?
He absolutely, Squeezy, if you don't pick Wawa,
you're
getting out of this house. Like, you're out.
But like, honestly, if Squeezy had to pick, I feel like he would pick like 7-Eleven to be different.
Oh,
like,
God,
what a fucking
Squeezy,
asshole.
What the fuck?
He'd be like, well, one day out of the year.
Actually, do you think he goes to fucking...
convenience stores?
No,
he goes to like Whole Foods.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Lila, however, picks like Dairy Queen.
Oh yeah,
it's not even a convenience store; it's just her calling.
Yeah,
you know, she's that little twirl twisty on the end.
No,
it's true.
That's her.
Anyway,
fuck.
So we got the coffee fact. We got the coffee. Yeah. What is on the goddamn agenda today? So much I feel like has happened in the past week. We have more shit to talk about than normal. I don't know.
Yeah. So I want to start off with just like something that I saw today.
Okay.
That
recent
news that we actually disagree on a little bit, and it's that
finally
Hawaii passed a law that you can't look at your phone while crossing the street.
Okay.
Which Hawaii has been passing a lot of laws recently that are like in the U.S. like controversial or whatever, like more progressive. Like, well,
I know that they have no plastic bags, which they shouldn't.
No plastic bags, which is fucking seen as controversial in some places.
Eat my ass. I feel like we should all go paper.
I absolutely agree with that one.
How hard is it for you to use those 600 Sephora tote bags you've received in the past decade on your groceries?
Seattle has the same thing.
Yeah.
And you use
California
those cloth bags.
Too.
Like, yeah, it's fine. I'm fine with that one. And they also did the smoking age to 21 or 25.
Good. Fuck, good. I'm into that.
Yeah, that one was a little bit more controversial because like people didn't get grandfathered into it.
Okay. Well, you know what else is controversial? Lung cancer. So like, I don't know. And like secondhand smoke that I didn't fucking ask for.
I know. I was thinking about that today as I was walking through clouds of vape smoke. Like,
well, what does that do besides
I don't fucking know.
Nothing is worse than walking through a cloud of vape on your way somewhere.
That's so Seattle, honestly.
It's everywhere now.
Yeah, it's everywhere. Man. So, yeah, they passed a law that you can't look at your phone while crossing the street.
Now, okay, I don't give a shit about this, personally, because when I'm crossing the street here, and I'm, like, using my phone to, like, text Chris or, like, be on Twitter or whatever when I'm walking around, if I go to cross the street, I immediately, like, put my phone down by my side because I don't want to look like an idiot. It's literally just about my, like, insecurity about looking stupid in a situation because I feel like nothing looks worse than you slowly crossing a street because you're checking Twitter and then people are looking at you like, bitch, you could die at any minute. And also you're taking forever. So I'm just that person that just does that. I don't know. And I also thought it was kind of illegal or something. Isn't it already illegal to look at your phone while you're crossing the street?
No, there's other places that are considering it. In Washington, they just passed, or at least in King County, they just passed that when you're driving, you can't be holding your phone or have your phone anywhere. Have it in your hand,
which I'm all about.
Or have it like in your lap or anything. The only thing that you can do is if it's like on a mount on your like your dash for like a GPS.
And like that's kind of inconvenient for you because you don't have a car, so there's no like car mount in all these cars you're renting.
So I do, it's like I set it in my lap with the GPS and the sound on, so she's just there talking to me, and
I just don't like it at all.
I know, like I agree with that totally. It's
I'm
fine.
Completely for it.
Yeah,
I'm against like having a phone in your car, but I know you need it for a
That's like to stop people from playing Pokemon Go while they're fucking driving.
It's from people Snapchatting and like checking
everything.
Twitter. And,
but Pokemon Go was definitely an addition onto that.
Are people even still playing that though?
They are. Yeah.
I guess. Either way, I don't care. I get it. Your defense of the law or whatever is like
of not having it is one. Like, how do you enforce that? Like, that's such. I don't know. Like, if you're talking on your phone but not like looking at it, is that the same thing?
No, because your eyes are in front of you while you're fucking crossing a goddamn street.
And like, what if I like pick up my phone while I'm like one step away from like getting onto the fucking curb. Like, am I gonna get a ticket for that? I guarantee you this law is just gonna be like everybody visiting Hawaii on vacation, because they're a huge vacation spot, getting like randomly ticketed and like getting so angry with like the police force in Hawaii because they're getting ticketed for.
My thing is, you look up laws before you go somewhere. I don't know.
I think it's just like,
I don't think it's that big
I think
of a
there's
deal.
a point to like getting over, like, I think there's more important things to spend our time making laws for than this.
Well, yeah, absolutely, but
like in terms of,
I can't say that this is really that negative.
in terms of public menace, like there's more important things.
I mean, I've definitely seen more dicks whipped out in public than I've seen people using their phone while they're in the middle of a street, but I think that's already illegal too, so I don't know.
Yeah, that would definitely be counted as illegal.
Yeah, look. Either way, I don't care. Just please be fucking like paying attention. Like when I walk around downtown, I have my headphones in because hello, I'm a woman walking around by herself. It's like kind of the uniform of don't fucking touch me. Because
except for that one article that came out a couple months ago that was like how to talk to a woman when they have their headphones on.
Like, it's just the universal sign of I'm not trying to be like sexually harassed right now. Please leave me alone. Let me get to point A to point B or whatever. But when I'm walking around and I'm like, I have my music down just loud enough so I can hear it, but I can still hear everything around me because I just am that paranoid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, die.
It's understandable. I mean, tons of people were walking around with like headphones in and stuff too. So like, as long as you can hear when like
I just
something's
being
coming,
very ready at all times.
So also within the past week, there have been multiple things that have been confirmed are leaving or canceled or discontinued or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
The first one is Coke Zero.
Scaramucci.
Oh my God, Scaramucci. Yeah,
I just keep
he's
thinking
gone.
like, can you do the Fandango? Like, has nobody made that joke yet? Like, they have to.
The White House, it's a fucking mess. Everybody's coming and going. Like,
they're literally saying like how to lose a guy in 10 days. Because it was like 10 days.
Holy shit, that's wild.
But anyway, so
Coke Zero.
Coke Zero, whoa.
Yeah, they're replacing it with a soda that they had in other areas, but they're naming it Coke Zero Sugar.
Okay, so they're just like, we want you to really fucking know that this has no sugar in it because it wasn't obvious
So
enough, I guess,
maybe it might have calories because like Coke Zero didn't have any calories in it. So maybe, I don't know.
I fucking hate soda.
Like, yeah, that's my advice. Just don't drink soda.
Yeah.
Also, Tivana, the stores, they're all closing down.
To be perfectly honest, I like have only been in one time.
Yeah.
And it's more often than not that you're getting like guilted into trying lukewarm tea samples as you're walking to another store. And then you just feel so bad because you're like, oh man, they really want me to try this tea. And it's always like just
here for the tea.
Not cold or hot. It's just somewhere in between and it's something.
So they're still going to sell it at Starbucks because Starbucks owns Tivana.
Yeah.
But
what's the difference between Tazo and Tivana?
I don't fucking know.
Honestly, someone
is there anything different in them? Like,
I have no idea.
One's like the bougier, higher end tea blend. The other is Tazo's like the
everything
low end.
Is the bougier high end tea blend. I feel like sometimes I feel as though people would judge me for the amount of like celestial tea I drink.
Oh my god!
Because I feel like that's kind of fucked. Like Lipton is like the lowest. I feel like I used to make. Oh my god! When I was a kid, I had this like teapot thing where you would basically brew the tea but in the heat of the PA sunlight.
Oh my god.
So like in the summertime I would make like sun tea where you just put it outside.
That's
and it
wild.
Steeps because that's how hot it gets in PA. It's gonna get to over 100 degrees this week though in Seattle.
Yeah, speaking of heat.
And according to a article that I read, Seattle has only reached over 100 degrees 3 times in the history
of the world.
Probably
in the recorded past,
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
And no one in Washington has air conditioning. Thank God we have like one setup.
I was like, we sold one that we had when we moved to our first apartment in this building, and then now we just got one again because we were like, fuck, man. I'm so glad that we have that thing.
Yeah, global warming really kicked my ass here.
Yeah. And here I thought like we had a really cold winter that lasted longer than usual, so I was like, summer won't be too bad.
And honestly, it wasn't. It's just been August now is looking to be
I fucking hate August every time.
August is, no offense to anyone born in August, you're the only blessing in that month because August is literally the most shit month out of the year in my opinion. It's
just standing between me and pumpkin spice, honestly.
It is, but then by the end of, it's like August 20th, you'll get a pumpkin spice probably.
Yeah.
I feel like they'll bring it back.
I'm ready. Bring out the lactate. I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
And so the last thing that's like canceled is both the iPod Shuffle and Nano.
Yeah, that hurts me.
Yeah, I mean, everybody now, your phone has so much storage on it. Like, you're using Apple Music and your phone has so much storage on it that you can just fucking keep it on there.
I have seen a lot of people complaining because a lot of people use the Shuffle when they're, like, exercising and stuff. And it's easier than having their phone strapped on. I'm assuming they want you to get
a fucking a watch.
Oh, yeah. Can you listen to music through your watch?
They want you to get a watch and probably AirPods.
But who's going to exercise with your AirPods flying out of your ear every 10 seconds? I don't fucking know.
This is just what they want.
Fuck off. Like, I used to have the first iPod I ever got was a mini. So it wasn't like how do I describe this? It was like the iPod Classic, but it was smaller, but it was still like chunky. It wasn't like the skinny one.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It was like a little square, and I had it, and that was like my fucking shit. And my friend had the very first iPod where like the wheel actually physically moved.
Yeah, that big white brick.
Yeah. And then I had an iPod Classic that I got for college that had like, I think it was like 250 gigabytes on it, and I never filled it up, but it was so hefty and awesome. And I know I've seen a lot of people saying that they had those and like they still didn't want to put all their music, because for the longest time I didn't want to put any music on my phone either because I had like 16 gigabytes of storage and it was all photos of Squeezy. So but now I don't know how much storage I have on this phone, but it seems like
the 128 on yours.
Fuck, that's so ridiculous. So now I do have music on my phone, but I also stream most of my music.
Yeah, me too. Like streaming is just the way that it is now. And like I had a couple iPod Touches and a Classic.
I hated the iPod Touch.
You got me a Classic for our first anniversary.
Well, yeah.
And so, yeah, I still have that. We honestly use that as like a flash drive right now.
Yeah, it's literally a giant flash drive. Hey, it works though.
I mean, fucking works.
Flash drives that have more than like 10 gigabytes are so expensive.
Yeah.
Why are they so expensive, by the way?
I don't know. Please, someone explain.
And they're always fucked, and I never can figure out which way they go. So, yeah. It's all a mess. Well, okay, in memoriam to most of the iPods, when are they killing off the Classic?
They already did. Classic's gone.
No, like the one that... Are you sure? So now there's just 0 left. There's no iPods left.
I
thought they still had the Classic.
Like the one that we have?
Yeah, the one that we have.
No, that's gone, girl. That's already gone. Whoa. I forget... I don't know what they have now.
I don't know what they have now.
But...
You have to listen on your MacBook Air.
They probably have... I didn't say touch. They probably still have touch.
The touch was the worst one, but it's because you can access the internet on it.
It's just
it's basically the iPhone without the phone.
Yeah.
But not, I don't know.
I bet you so many people use that though, like, because you can get like WhatsApp and stuff to like talk with people.
True. That's smart.
Yeah.
Or Facebook Messenger and shit.
Yeah, there's so many different messaging apps that honestly, if you just have Wi-Fi or data or something like that, you can just call people via like FaceTime or everything.
When Bree calls me, she uses the Facebook Messenger phone call because it sounds really crisp and it just sounds better.
How does that work? Like same with FaceTime as well.
It's because you log into Facebook with your phone number. I don't know.
No, I mean like why does it sound so much crisper than a regular phone call?
Because you're going through Verizon, and Verizon's gonna water everything down because they're trash.
Okay.
I don't know. That's my hypothesis. That's cool. Probably not true at all. But like, if you're going through cell towers instead of just like the internet Wi-Fi, I feel like it's I don't know.
All right, so I gotta know what the hell Parrot Witness is.
Okay, so I didn't even really... This happened a while ago, and so forgive me if I'm getting some of the facts wrong, but basically, I was sent an article, and you know how we've talked about how it's probably not in the best security interest of you to own a bird?
Yeah, they can steal your passwords and hack you.
Yeah, that's what we've talked about. So this bird, this parrot, caught somebody committing murder and was like the key witness in a murder trial. Okay?
I love that so much. My question is, how was this bird sworn in to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth? I don't think
it actually happened, but like they definitely like they got a statement.
Imagine him putting his little fucking talent on a fucking book. Like, I swear.
I'm just picturing like a small little bird head like in this giant wooden like seating area.
That little thing where the witness sits.
Yeah, the pew.
Being cross-examined. Like, where were you on the
like it's just fucked up. So this is just a message for all the bird people out there. I mean, fuck. Don't murder anybody. Just be careful.
Don't do anything illegal around them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, can you imagine if the NSA was just birds?
Honestly.
It might be.
That was what they used before technology.
That's what Area 51 is.
That's what all the pigeons are. Oh, shit.
I love becoming a random conspiracy podcast.
The lizards and birds.
We're run by lizards and birds. The crows are orchestrating it all. And that's all you need to know about America.
So there's a couple of different things in terms of like movies and TV shows and stuff that have happened within the past week that we should talk about here.
Okay, so first of all, Hey Arnold. Did you watch Hey Arnold growing up?
I mean, like, I wasn't like I'm here for every single episode, but like I watched it a lot when it was just like random episodes on. So yes, I watched it.
I was a big fan. And it always bothered me that it ended on a cliffhanger. And
I don't know I don't know the ending, like what happened.
Okay, so it's basically like the whole time you're like, where are Arnold's parents? Like, where are they? It's like this mystery. And it's, okay, first of all, Hey Arnold was so like ahead of its time and it was so dark for a kid's show. Like,
is this like going to be some Toy Story ass shit?
Dark. It is. So, like, you don't know where his parents are, and then it ends with this, like, really long episode that I remember so vividly where he gets, like, a letter, and he's basically, like, traveling to, like, find, like, the origin story of his parents. And I don't remember, like, you never meet them, and you don't get to find out too much information, and it left on a big cliffhanger. And so now they are coming out with a Hey Arnold movie, and it's going to fucking, like, finally close that all off.
Wow.
Which I am extremely excited
for. The closure 90s kids didn't know they needed.
And I will honestly sit here and watch them all, because I would love to go through them all.
Sure, let's do it. Why not?
And then the other thing is Rocko's Modern World is coming out with a movie as well.
Wow.
Which I don't know any information about it, but
I didn't really watch that one that much.
I did.
Like, again, another one where I watched random shit that was on, but I didn't watch that one, like, religiously.
Yeah. I didn't like Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy used to scare me. And
yeah,
it's
I did
just
not like Ren and Stimpy. Yeah.
I liked Our Real Monsters, even though it was kind of gross. You know, Rugrats, all that bullshit.
Fucking Rugrats.
Honestly, if they came out with oh my God, what am I thinking of? It just left me. But the Skaters... And they lived in, like, Hawaii. Fuck, Tito. Oh, my God. It just left my brain. Yeah, like, you know what I'm talking about. Shit. Shit.
Rocket Power.
Whoa! Oh, my God. I honestly just had a stroke. If they made a movie out of that, I'd be so into it. And I would hope that they make the sister queer in some way. Because she definitely fucking was.
Oh, my God.
She was our queer icon. Let's all admit it. Okay. Speaking of movies, we got... some movies that we saw and also a movie that I think we desperately need to see for podcast content.
So rated at a hot 0% on Rotten Tomatoes is the Emoji Movie.
I think it's actually now at like a 6%.
Who the fuck gave it a good review? Like,
IGN
honestly,
was soft on it, but IGN also rates The Walking Dead pretty good every week, so they can eat my whole ass.
I feel like the IGN is like trying to like be that one YouTuber that like doesn't say anything bad so they don't lose any sponsorships. Like.
Listen, I love all of your products, and this is just one product that didn't work for me and my particular skin. So like, just don't take me off your PR list, please, Becca.
This movie did not work for me in particular, but just me.
My eyeballs just didn't really comprehend it well, but like, you get me.
Oh fuck yeah! So the Emoji Movie, we knew it was gonna be hot trash when the first trailer came out for it, but holy shit, it seems like it's the worst thing to ever hit cinema.
I need to see it and then
it makes me want to see it so bad.
Like I need to go and see. I need to see the manic pixie dream emoji.
Yeah, everything. The emoji you're supposed to want to fuck. And
yeah, like, just because she's got like a couple of tendrils of like blue hair, very Ramona Flowers, but a smiley face. Amazing. I need to see it. We also did see Dunkirk, which was like, I love Christopher Nolan. I'm here for Hans Zimmer fucking me in the ass with a goddamn trumpet.
Yeah.
And I was, I mean, okay, like, let's be honest, I was very excited to see Harry Styles, like, act, and...
I didn't think he was going to do bad. I actually came into this being like, I bet he's going to be really good.
Yeah, and he was. And they gave him the most speaking lines, honestly.
We all thought that he was going to be, like, just there and not having, like, a supporting character, but not, like, a main role. But like,
I thought he was going to die off.
Yeah, he was a main role.
Yeah, and he was very natural. I hope he does more acting roles. Honestly, he was my favorite part. But if I didn't know who he was, I probably would have liked the movie a little less. Because I get the premise of Dunkirk. I get that it's like... It doesn't have a lot of dialogue, which is not my complaint. A lot of people were like, oh, if you think it's boring, like, you have to understand that not a lot of dialogue needs to happen in a movie. I'm like, bitch, I watch Mad Men. Like, I get the idea of it really mostly relying on sound cues to set a pace and a anxiety.
And I did find myself, like, rooting for these characters to get out of this place alive. Like, that, it's not like I was like, I don't fucking care, but like...
It wasn't, there's some action movies or war pictures where if they don't get me, like, super in love with the characters, I just don't find them, like, that interesting, because, like, I need some backstory so that I care who's dying, you know?
But, like, in this movie, I don't even know anybody's name. Like...
Yeah. Yeah, wow, I didn't even think about that. I don't know, and like anyone could have been Tom Hardy in that plane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely had my hopes up a little bit more, and it was visually very beautiful. The soundtrack definitely did exactly what it needed to do. But it's just one of those movies that I was like, I definitely don't have to see that a second time.
It's just like every other Christopher, he could do different things, but like I expect from Christopher Nolan like a movie with like a great plot that's gonna fucking destroy me at the end with a twist.
Yeah.
But like this, there was no twist.
It didn't really need a twist, but
I know, but like that's just like what I expect from that from him.
Honestly,
like,
the twist was that Harry Styles made it out alive.
Yeah.
That was my twist.
But, like, yeah, I feel like Tom Hardy and Cillian Murphy were just, like, added in for, like, hey, these actors are in this movie, but they really didn't do much.
Everybody else was a fucking, like, H&M model.
Literally, like, they just went
They were like, all right, New York Fashion Week, we're going to just pluck a few of you guys out of here. We just want your jawlines to be crisp. Please clench them at all times.
Yeah.
And you are hired.
That's what happened.
So, I don't know. Definitely... maybe worth seeing if you want to, you know... it's just one of those movies that I wouldn't have paid for had I known. Yeah. I would not have paid for it. But Harry, I hope he continues to do more shit.
Yes, please do.
Because he was cool. He was good.
Oh, I wanted to mention with the Emoji Movie...
Oh, God.
That... Binches, we did you guys as the emojis this week.
Yes.
And as I was getting those, I saw that Duolingo has an emoji course.
Interesting.
So you could learn how to speak emoji.
Now, do they know it in the way where, okay, a lot of people use the eggplant as like some sort of like sexual innuendo, like, or is it just like, this is a vegetable?
I don't know.
I need to take that course.
Honestly.
I'm so behind on my Duolingo. I completely gave up on her. I was doing really well too. I just stopped.
I want to take that. I want to be fluent in emoji and put that on my resume.
Please do. Honestly, I wonder if that does look good.
And then the last kind of like movie, TV show kind of thing is Iron Chef is legitimately coming back.
I am blessed.
Iron Chef Showdown, which, okay, whatever, name change. It's still the same
I'm
concept.
Worried because they didn't show all of my favorite Iron Chefs. Like, they didn't mention Morimoto and they didn't mention Zakarian. So I'm nervous that it's not everybody coming back. But
yeah, but they have Flay and
Simon's
Simon.
there, bitch.
Yeah.
Simon's one of my favorites.
The new... I forget her name. The one that just won the gauntlet.
Yeah. And they also they replaced Kevin Brosh with a woman. I don't know her name, and I haven't seen what she's been on before, but like, honestly, throw a woman in the mix. We need that.
And wasn't Guarner Shelley also?
Yeah, she's
back too. Yeah. So I'm so excited. It's going to be legit Iron Chef.
The real chairman's coming back, not Alton Brown.
They might, who knows, maybe they'll do like a new twist, like how they added in like you have to have your first dish ready by like the first 15 minutes or whatever.
If he doesn't bite an apple, I'm logging off.
Yeah, honestly.
That's all I need.
And that they had the classic music for Gauntlet, so they'll have that back.
Yeah, like honestly, that music could set in a more emotional tone on me than all of Hans Zimmer's music. No offense. Maybe Hans Zimmer did make the Iron Chef music.
Yo. Wow, that was like his launching point.
Can you imagine?
That would be great. All right, so that's all the things on the docket. Push his glasses.
I hate you.
So let's take a word from our sponsor and we'll get into some questions.
So today's podcast is sponsored by the brand Lola, which makes organic cotton tampons, okay? So for all the people that have listened to me talk highly of menstrual cups, if that's something that you guys have tried, but you did not like for whatever reason, because lots of people haven't liked them, you can try out Lola's brand of 100% organic tampons. And so they also have pads and liners and non-applicator tampons for people that are like trying to not throw away a ton of plastic, which I think is really fucking cool. And everything is made of 100% organic cotton, and there's no like weird chemicals, because you know how the FDA doesn't make people disclose that they have all these weird toxins in all of your different like feminine hygiene products. So they have none of that happening in their shit. So I tried the Lola tampons and they were great, you know. They didn't have like a weird like fucking fragrance, bleach, flowery smell upon opening them up, so that's always a plus for me. And I didn't have any problems with leaking, and they come in a nice cute box, and overall it was just, you know, the average tampon use, but I felt really good about it because I know that there's no weird shit hiding in them. So Lola has a monthly subscription, so you don't have to like think about this every month, and then you can customize like what's in your box, like depending on what kind of products you like to use. And it's really flexible, and you can change, skip, and cancel at any point. And it's a company founded by women, which I think is really cool. So we have a special deal from Lola, so you can go to mylola.com and you can get 60% off your first order when you use the code CWC to subscribe to one of their boxes. So that's mylola.com and code CWC.
All right, guys, so we got the Patreon Bincho questions from patreon.com/coffeewithrachel. And the first one is from Jax, who said, you mentioned you got a water fountain for your cats. Which one did you get?
Oh shit, we got it from Amazon. What is it called?
It's so fucking bougie. It's the Drink Well Platinum.
Oh my.
Like,
it makes
legit,
so much sense for Squeezy.
He loves his fresh flowing water.
He's obsessed with it.
That makes me wonder, did he drink from a stream when he was in the wild?
Maybe a hose. Like a hose by someone's trash can.
Yeah.
That's a vibe.
Wow, I could see that.
He's the true rags to riches story. We always say that.
Yeah, I want a biopic about Squeezy.
Oh my god, a squiopic.
Who would play him?
He would play himself.
Kevin Spacey.
Oh, I get you.
Okay, next one is from Rebecca Edmondson, who said, do you use any particular finish on your bookmarks or other watercolor art? I'm starting to do watercolor, and my friend wants one of my pieces, but I want to make sure it will last.
I don't finish anything off because I want it to be like a matte finish, and like I assume that like people that are buying like a full painting are putting it in a frame to preserve it. But I mean, it's more important to just make sure you're using like good quality paint pigments and paper, and that'll give you like the best, you know, thing that'll last the longest. But like with my bookmarks, like they're set at $7 because like I know that they are not like a lifetime warranty, because like they're going to be the most exposed, I guess, to like
most
the elements
physically utilized.
But I don't want to like laminate them because that'll just like ruin the vibe and the texture. So
yeah.
But yeah.
Next one is from Cassandra, who said, next summer I'm coming to Seattle to do job shadowing for interior design. I was wondering if you guys knew any designers in Seattle that I might be able to contact. I know this is a very specific question.
Not off the top of my head.
No, I don't know anybody.
I wish I were more helpful, but that sounds like a really fun gig. Please
job
tell
shadowing
us more.
Interior design. Like,
please interior design.
give us a
my
full
home.
write-up of what happens, because I'm so intrigued.
Please be on the show. We'll interview.
Sarah asked, hey there, I'm about to move to a different country to do my master's. Do you have any advice on making good friends? I can be gullible at times, and I always believe in the best of people, and sometimes make friends that and only realize that they are quite toxic.
Oh my god, that's me. I think
going into
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, going into making a relationship of any type, you know,
it's a risk.
You're not going to be able to be like toxic detector, like you're going to be bad. Like,
your intuition's important, but also like you want to make it work because you're like desperate for friends.
Yeah.
Not like you're desperate for friends, but like for me, when I'm in a place where I don't know a lot of people, I'm desperate for
like
friends.
You want to be hopeful and like be like, this could work out. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be like clear always that like somebody's going to be like toxic.
I think what you have to do is like if you start seeing the signs, you know, you'll know, and then at that
trust
point,
your intuition.
Yeah, definitely do that. Listen to Jewel, but also I think you just have to really value your own time And if you're finding that you're getting nothing out of a relationship, like definitely I don't ever feel guilty when I start like distancing myself from someone that is, you know, like a toxic friend or whatever. Cause like, fuck, like you don't need that in your life. But as far as like picking out good friends, it's just like trial and error. Like all the friends that I have that are my closest friends, you know, I would not have thought that they all would be in the high place in my heart that they are when I first met them. Cause a lot of the people that I've met in like weird ways where I just thought it might be more of like an acquaintance situation, and then it evolved. So I think you just get surprised by people, but
you get surprised by the people who stay and people that you need to let go.
I was just reading, like, there's always that quote that it's like, some friends are there for a season and a reason, you know what I mean? Like, that whole thing. But honestly, it's so true. Like, I used to think that, like, every friend that I encountered was meant to be there for my entire life. And then when that didn't pan out, it's just like a reflection of me and something that I'm doing wrong or something like bad that I need to fix about myself. And like, while definitely you should always be critical, not overly critical, but think about yourself in a way, you know, you can always have stuff to improve on, especially when it comes to your relationships. But I think it's important to realize with friendships, and this is what I've learned over the years, is that some friends are there specifically for a time in your life where you need those people. And if they don't last longer than that specific time period, then that's what they were there for, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I can think of a friend in particular that I had in college that meant the world to me and taught me so much about my sexuality. And like, we're not friends anymore, but they were very important to me in that time. And like, I don't, you know,
you're going to go through like different groups of friends throughout your life. Like when you're in different scenarios, different places, like you're going to meet new people. Your friend group is going to be evolving, changing.
And like some of the friends that I've had the longest are people I never would have thought would be around longer than, okay, Steph, for example. We met via Tumblr through a mutual internet friend, okay? And we started off, like, we both didn't really like each other that much because we had a lot in common. We were very similar. And, like, she has been one of my solid rock best friends for the past, like, 7 years. And I never would have expected that. You know what I mean?
You know, she's always going to beat me out for having the longer relationship with you.
I know. But she was there for, like, all the beginning shit. And it's so funny because like she remembers like the time when I was just trying to like flirt with you and everything. And it's funny. I like that she was around for that, but yeah.
So Nova asked if each of us could admit a guilty pleasure.
Fuck.
So I'm gonna say
anything on my YouTube history.
I'm gonna say like when it's like 1 o'clock in the morning on like a weekday night and I'm trying to go to bed, but like we are up watching continuous like Vine threads.
Oh, that's not guilty. I revel in that moment.
I'm always thinking like I should go to bed, but also I need to see if there's a new Vine in this thread.
I know.
Or what is my astrology sign based off of like what potatoes I like, you know?
True. That stuff like that. BuzzFeed quizzes, and also I do genuinely like to read my horoscope, even though I don't believe in astrology. And like I say all the time, like, oh, I'm such a Pisces, and I definitely have the traits associated with the Pisces sign or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, do I really believe it? No, but like I definitely go into it because it's fun, you know?
Mm-hmm. You're just always a Pisces Slytherin.
Never a bride.
You got all the scales.
I literally took a quiz the other day and it was like, pick your favorite fast food items from these different chains and we'll tell you what percentage of a snake you are.
Yeah.
And I got 100%, which is fucked up. Okay, like
you are through and through a Slytherin.
Just because I pick a Crunchwrap Supreme does not mean I'm untrustworthy.
That's I feel like that's everybody's fucking favorite. Like,
that's the best. It's portable. It's mess free. It's got that crunch.
Yeah.
There's
God.
Fucking. I mean, we've had vegan ones before because that one diner.
And I mean, they are really good. But
man,
I miss the classics.
I made a homemade Crunchwrap once at like. We were staying at my aunt's house in Cape Cod, and we were doing like one of those like taco nights where everybody like fixes your own shit.
I feel like we've all been there.
Yeah, and she literally did it, and I saw it made, and I was like, wow, I feel like I just know too much now.
And the last intro questions from Brianna, who said, a couple of these have been about moving, so I'm sorry, but looking for a place in Seattle because it's a good place for grads when I leave Nashville after graduation. But it seems like it'd be a hard place to live and / work. I know that cross-country apartment searching isn't exactly the easiest.
Oh, yeah, it's not fun.
But would it make sense for a graduate to move to an area outside the city or wait a few years and save?
I mean, I guess it depends if like you already have a job lined up. Like,
I feel as though like if you're going for like graduate school or something, like there's definitely housing in school areas that I feel like they keep a little bit lower for school people, because living outside of the Seattle area, I just think of the traffic.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it also depends if you have a car. Like, if you have a car, maybe.
And to be quite honest, the areas, like, there's different, like, neighborhoods in Seattle. Like, there's a lot of different neighborhood areas that are cheaper than others that might be a little bit farther away from, like, center city. But, like, the cities outside of Seattle are probably honestly more expensive than Seattle.
Some of them really are.
They are really, like, bougie.
Get your ass on PadMapper to look around. But, I mean, you can take public transportation. It's not, like, the greatest, but it does exist. There are buses, you know, there is the link and everything. It's just like, it's a little bit more, I don't know.
And then there is like, you know, subsidized housing and stuff like that that can help you with like a lower rent and whatnot.
If anything, I mean, get on Craigslist and looking for roommates as well.
Yeah, that's definitely. You know, but I would definitely recommend trying as much as you can without like breaking your budget to be in the city.
The way I don't have a car, so my thing is I always have to be like physically close enough to where I need to be.
Since you're moving from Nashville that you may not have your car with you. I don't know.
People bring their cars though.
Yeah, I know. But that's just what I would recommend.
What is your favorite thing that Coffee with Rachel has grown into? God, I don't even know. Like,
well, I never would have expected to kind of reach the point that it's at now. Like,
like somewhat sustainable in a way. I don't know. Yeah. Reliable. I wouldn't have thought that I would feel closer to my viewers than I already did, because I already felt like a strong connection to my YouTube family. But I feel like there's something about this podcast where we are unfiltered. That's our tagline that no one knows we have. And
the only thing filtered is the coffee.
I'm dry as fuck. But like, we're unfiltered, and also we talk about things that might not have felt like they deserved a place on my YouTube channel or something. I don't know. Like, I just feel like this is the most honest portrayal of my thoughts on the internet that exist, especially like my adult thoughts. So I don't know, it just gives me the sense of community that I would not have expected to get even better than it was, you know? Like, I was surprised.
I would say the community that's grown out of it is definitely just like the wildest thing.
That's the highlight, of course.
It's definitely been the strongest community that's ever existed in anything we've ever done on the internet.
I thought you were going to say, like, in the whole world. I was like, bitch, I don't know.
In the whole world, the binches
Christianity seems pretty tight in that regard. I don't know, man.
Oh, fuck. Next question is, what do you think makes a movie a cult classic?
That's my answer. Adam. Okay.
I'm going to say it's just like a group of people, whether really huge or like smaller, that is like obsessive about this movie.
I think it's especially good. Okay, so like Star Wars is not this example, which I would consider Star Wars to be a cult classic, but I would say it almost is expected of a movie or a TV show that has a low budget and not that many seasons or movies.
Yeah, like
that
not
has a super big following.
Not a big budget film.
Like Gilmore Girls, for example. I know we're talking movies, but Gilmore Girls is like a small show that didn't have like a crazy budget. Budgie. I love a nice budgie when my bird slips out.
I think of things like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and The Breakfast Club. Like, those are cult classic movies, and I feel like it's just like...
Freaks and Geeks.
Yes.
That's like one season. No, two, maybe? I forget.
Bunheads.
Fucking Bunheads, bitch.
Yeah. Ruined my Gilmore revival.
It did. I saw, like, Sutton, what's-her-face, being interviewed by Colbert. I was like, I'm not clicking on this one. I'm just, like, so burned still to this day.
Cannot.
Or like Hocus Pocus, I feel like has a cult following too, and it's just one fucking movie.
Yeah,
you know what
definitely.
I mean? Like, when are they gonna bring that back? Honestly, I would scream. Is Bette Midler really feeling that? Because I am.
She should definitely do it.
What about Sarah Jessica Parker? Are you into this? Where do you guys see this podcast going in the next 2 years? Like, how else would you like to expand it when it comes to guests, topics you guys discuss, and merch for selling? As far as merch goes, we've taken a break from doing merch for the show. I don't know why, but like,
well,
I just don't have the time right now to be making anything.
District Lines, which is where we did our merch through, was a
total flops.
A total flop.
Just like a big hard flop, honestly.
Yeah, so we are not working with them anymore.
Yeah, so once we figure out like a place to do it, we'll do it again, but it's definitely not like high on my list, unfortunately.
Yeah, we want to like, the classic mugs and everything like that, so everybody can clink along with us.
Another thing I would say as far as guests go, like, I want to do more guests. And we always try, like, whenever, like, one of our fellow content creator friends is in the area, like, we try to get them on the show, and that's fine.
But I want to do more specific, like, profession guests. Like, we had Andy from the Oxenfree game. Like, yeah, he made the music and stuff. And, like, that was such a cool experience because I love video games. And my first, like, person that's worked in the video game industry to like interview essentially, and that was so cool, and I want to do more shit like that.
But I also am aware that some of our listeners prefer the episodes where we don't have guests, which I understand because like you're used to like the way that the show is normally or whatever.
Yeah, the show's never going to be like here's a guest every week, although it seems like whenever we have a guest it's like 3 in a row because people just happen to be in the area.
People come in threes. I know that like most people prefer the episodes where it's just us two, and I totally understand that, but I still will do guest shows too because it's more fun for me to be able to change it up sometimes and have something. And I legit want to like
learn about things. Like if we could have a fucking realtor on the show, I would love that.
Bitch, anyone that works for the Food Network and HGTV
Oh
networks.
My God, anybody, literally. Travel Channel even, come on.
And then how else will we like to expand it? I still love the idea of doing it live in some capacity. I mean, we have not been invited to PodCon, even though it's in my backyard. Hank Green honestly can eat my ass, but no offense, actually. Okay, like if you're listening, sorry. That was a playful eat my ass, if you were wondering. Fuck. But I still would like to do the show live, and I don't know if it's ever going to be big enough that it could be like a tour situation, but I mean, never say never, am I right, ladies?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know we'd be here, so
yeah.
We'll see where we go in the 2 years. If you could only watch one TV show for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh,
holy
God.
fuck.
I'm gonna have to say that is so difficult.
That is so difficult because
it's like a tie between Gilmore Girls and Iron Chef.
Because like Iron Chef is in there, Gilmore Girls, Mad Men is in there.
Lost. I've watched Lost so many times.
I feel like Lost would be a good answer because you could watch it so many times and still never fully comprehend what's going on.
Mad Men because it's like it's its own chapter of history, you know what I mean? Like it's it won't age. Gilmore Girls for the homey feeling. I know we just gave 7 answers. I think I'd rather die, honestly, than just pick one.
And Iron Chef for that good competition.
That and also like just food knowledge, man. Fuck.
I feel as though like there is the most of Iron Chef.
True. Or Lost.
Maybe.
Lost has like 130 episodes.
I take that back. Don't fact check me on that.
Okay. Next question is, what were both of your prom experiences? I feel like we've talked about this before, but overall, what would you say?
Well, I mean, I got abducted by aliens by that one photo, if you remember.
Yes.
So I'll have to post the photo.
Chris took his prom photos on a trampoline, and that's all you need to know.
That's how my prom went.
You went. That's what happened.
Literally, I am a lizard person now.
She hovers. My tits were out senior prom, like hardcore. Like,
yeah, they were.
I got like this dress. I went to this like shop in Newtown, PA, which like if you live in PA, it's like one of the only places that isn't lame as fuck, but also it's still kind of lame. You know what I mean?
In the grand scheme of things, still kind of.
And I got this dress that was definitely a size 6 that they had to make into like a size 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
And my titties, they were just
spewing.
I've never seen them look so gorgeous and so on display in my entire life. I cannot believe I got away with that.
Yeah.
But it's a sweaty fucking extravagant mess. And honestly, I'm not a prom binge. Am I sad that I went? No, I'm glad I went, but like, fuck.
Absolutely the better.
It's always a waste of money.
The best parts of it were afterwards, going to my friend's house and like being up till like 3 a.m.
Taking the bobby pins out of your hair. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Honestly, getting the strapless bra off and putting the bobby pins somewhere is the best part of prom.
I remember I didn't like reserve my suit tux
Yikes.
until like way, like, really close to when it was gonna be prom. Like, it was like a month in advance, and it was like not that much time.
That's tragic.
I was like getting in under the wire.
Under the wire.
All right, next one. If the way you spoke could be described in 3 colors, what colors would they be?
Oh my God, Rebecca? Is this Rebecca?
It's not Rebecca, no.
Okay.
Wow, I'm just shook.
Okay, well, I have the most abrasive, obnoxious, non-radio voice that ever exists, so I'm like fucking poop, brown,
Red?
and... No, I'm like mustard yellow, orange, but like
orange?
Neon, like traffic cone orange. Like I'm here to alert you. And then I would say like shit brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the shit posts.
Yeah, for the shit posting and like my real guttural like
shorts.
Husk. I don't know.
Oh man, I'd say like
I would say you're like a dusty blue.
Dusty blue.
Yeah.
Just because that fits my vibe.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of like really basic colors.
Something raspy, so like gray.
Okay.
Like staticky.
Yeah. And also for clouds, you know, they're kind of gray.
True.
And third color.
I'm going to say yellow because you're usually chipper. Okay. And corn.
What kind? Oh, yeah. So like, just like classic yellow.
I'm saying like a butter yellow.
A butter yellow?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
I'm into it.
That's a nice hodgepodge.
I like dragging myself and complimenting you.
Yes.
That's wild.
That's the way it goes.
It's not usually how it goes, personally.
Yeah.
Chris has very much been aware that my usual icebreaker in any conversation where I don't know people is usually just shitting on Chris to like ease tension. And he takes it. Like he loves it.
You know, I'm the center of attention. What can I say?
That's true. Okay. Next question. Top 3 vines. This is fucking difficult. Okay. The lobster, black and white, to the climb on a skateboard.
Yes. Okay.
Important to me. Also, fuck. Ugh, there's so many. I'm going to say the one... Okay, Free Shavakadu. Another classic. And the third one... it's a tie between... The one where it's like the girl in the convenience store and there's like a fake rat and she's like,
yeah.
Because that's just like, it's just so pure. And then also Hurricane Tortilla.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a classic.
Mine's going to be Miss Keisha.
Oh my God. Another classic.
The one with the umbrellas on the beach.
Oh.
Yeah, and... Ooh... God, this is so hard. I was going to say Tortilla.
I mean, you can.
Or Free Shavakadu, one of those two.
Those are just iconic.
Probably Free Shavakadu is my third.
To be honest, something that I want to throw out there, because it was probably like one of the first vines I ever saw, was the one where he's like, it's gonna be me. And he's in the car.
Oh, yeah. Like, honestly, that's like so old.
What a pure moment. That was like Vine before people started faking funny shit happening in the wild to capture.
Yeah,
like that was like a pure, essential moment of our generation captured in cinema.
Oh my God, cinema. That is our definition.
That's the
of cinema.
Rosebud of 2015 or whatever. It was probably like 2013, but
yeah, it was way before that probably.
Yeah, I saw it on Tumblr. That's how old it was.
Oh, wow.
I don't even know how long I haven't had a Tumblr for at this point. Like,
when did you get rid of that?
It was a few years ago.
Wow, a few years. That's crazy.
I know. Probably as long as this podcast.
Ew.
Because I started posting like the podcast new episodes on my Tumblr like in the very beginning, but then I
stopped then.
It, yeah. Wow. And the last question is basically like a unanimous question because everybody knows that we fucking hate the name of this show, Coffee with Rachel.
Yeah, unfortunately we do.
But what would we name it if we could go back?
Now that's the hard part because I like the coffee with because the whole thing that we have with like drink the coffee, talking about coffee in the beginning, the fact and the clink at the end, and
we're passionate for it.
The filter, blah, 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 all of that.
We want it to feel like we're all going out for coffee together and just talking.
And catching up for the week, you know?
So, I don't know what else we would call it without it being, like, really cheesy, you know?
Yeah, like coffee break or something like that. I remember, like, we went with Coffee with Rachel because it's of the alliteration of it.
We are into those.
Yeah.
But I feel like the cool thing now is to not have an alliteration. It's just to be, like... some random phrase.
We did Rachel Cooks, and then we did Coffee with Rachel.
Yeah.
Like,
we're sluts for the alliteration. What can I say?
So, I don't know what...
I'll tell you what I think it should have been called, because the premise of it should have been completely different. It should have been Meme Discourse.
Yeah.
With Rachel and Chris.
I get you.
Listen. It still would have been good.
You can still do it.
It's the show that I feel like I should still make.
You could. Absolutely.
Clink. Accidental clink.
Oh my god.
Premature clink. But yeah, I guess that pretty much rounds up the show.
So why don't you guys leave in the comments on SoundCloud or whatever the fuck
Just SoundCloud comments.
Or wherever this is, what your favorite podcast title was.
Yeah, I wanted to know. We'll reveal ours next week.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, I totally forgot that we were going to do that for this episode. Fuck. I would probably say the one where... Did we name a podcast that I wanted to debone? Or I wanted Morimoto to debone me like a fresh fish?
It might have been like, I want Morimoto to debone me, but I don't know.
That would be my favorite.
I'm not sure if that's one.
And the chutney.
We will look back and find out.
We'll take a look back.
Oh my god, the chutney.
I know. We could make a clip show.
God.
That would take way too long.
Holy shit, downloading all of those episodes, that's like literal hundreds of hours and I would die.
Yeah, me too. Listening to myself talk. No.
Oh god.
But anyway, binches, get ready. We're about to emojify you. Wow.
Oh, what is
That's
that word?
a fucking verb, bitch. Free verbs. Anyway, the rest of you guys, thank you so much for listening. And if you've been listening since day one, is this thing on? Then it's still on, bitch. I don't know.
Okay. I gotta go.
Logging off. Anyway, clinking time. All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
So like we said earlier in the episode, you benches are going to be what emoji you are. Or
We've
what
definitely
you
done
use.
this before, but it's always...
You can change things up. There's a lot of them.
It's time to refresh.
Yes. So we got Ishbel Mendez, who is the bellhop bell.
Valerie Molina is the flag of Moldova.
Emily Sweeney is a fish cake with swirl.
Melanie Weldon is the melon.
Alex Capraro is the snow-capped mountain.
Shannon Shires is a shield. That was a lot.
Alicia McKee is the old key.
Kimberly Proza is the prohibited sign.
Sarah Booth is the bookmark.
Emma Corbeil is the bottle with a popping cork.
Ooh. Angelica Feliz is the baby angel.
Lily Wynn is the winking face.
Brandy Robbins is the file cabinet.
Michelle Cox is a spiral shell.
Rebecca Mack is the sad but relieved face.
Me in a lot of situations. Joanna Jensen is the passenger ship.
Jennifer Fowler is the fountain.
Nathan Braden is a brain.
Leslie Wright is the right anger bubble, not to be confused with the left anger bubble.
Alexandria Taylor is the articulated Lori. What the honest fuck?
Renee Medina is the sports medal.
Gwen Stowe is the gemstone.
Victoria Thu is the victory hand.
Sloan Fuller is the full moon.
Kat Schultz is the cat face.
Megan Burrell is a megaphone.
Kim Greeley is the green heart.
Jason Gonzalez is the dragon face.
Lindsay Torlina is the factory store.
Jess Adams is the dress.
Is it black and blue?
Oh, okay. What year is this?
Megan Oxley is the bento box.
Daisy Blossom Dottie is the diamond with a dot.
Kennedy Rochelle is the broken heart.
M. Samek is the lemon.
Rebecca Edmondson is the monorail.
Taryn Parker is the national park.
Lutzi is the thought balloon.
Megan Ashley is the bell with a splash.
Interesting. Emily Tormey is the tornado.
Sony Vaz Bruin is the paintbrush.
Sabrina Hughes is the bright button.
Fiona is the fast down button. There's a lot of buttons happening.
Stephanie Oliver is the delivery truck.
Juanita Cara is the oncoming police car.
Annie Wynn is the wine glass.
Cassandra Lee is Santa Claus.
Emma Nygren is the evergreen tree.
Courtney Hall is the moon viewing ceremony. What?
Angela Sue is the man in suit levitating.
You at prom. Aaron Bray is the grinning face with sweat, aka me all summer.
Jada Goshi is the gorilla.
Maya Elizabeth is an elf.
Talia Miller is the horizontal traffic light.
Avery Labelson is the telephone receiver.
Anthony Hood is the satellite antenna.
Liz Hallbrook is a flag in hole.
Madison Greer is the green apple.
Megan Price is the prayer beads.
Corey Springfield is an ear of corn.
Jack Sedora is the waxing gibbous moon.
Bridget Carey Davis is the carrot.
Ash Roselle is a rosette.
Beth Fonseca is the megaphone.
Ian Murphy is the no pedestrian sign.
Kendall Berg is the Statue of Liberty.
Chloe Ireland is fire.
Ooh. Taco Roach is the roasted sweet potato.
Camellia Malky is the see no evil monkey.
Amanda Pete is the woman in lotus position.
Caitlin Whalen is the spouting whale.
Cody Robinson is the robot face.
Lauren Chavone is sushi.
Dana Daly is the birthday cake.
Claire Wood is the airplane departure.
Anna Hernandez is the herb.
Vlyn and Drew are the dress.
Mackenzie Knight is the bridge at night.
And Rachel Evans is a crayon.
All right, and the other binge bonchos.
I think you guys are all the meh face because that's the main character in the Emoji Movie.
All right, so we got Dana Marie Smith,
Bree Cram,
Ashley Riefenberger,
Mallory,
Allie Malone,
and Kathleen Wynn.
Thank you guys so much for supporting us for these 2 years.
Yeah, or forever. How much time you were here. I'm a fucking mess at this point. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.